Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in this episode, we'll discuss the program requirements for the Global Talent Stream. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. First, let us discuss eligibility for the Global Talent Stream. If you are recruiting someone with distinctive and specialized skills, and you were recommended to the Global Talent Stream by one of the stream's recognized partners, you could be qualified for Category A of the program. It should be noted that if the sought occupation is on the Global Talent Occupations list, the application will be handled as Category B and must adhere to Category B regulations. If you are looking to employ highly talented foreign workers to fill positions in in-demand professions featured on the Global Talent Occupations list, you may be qualified for Category B of the Global Talent Stream. The need for Category B eligibility is not a recommendation. You must adhere to the program standards for the Global Talent Stream as an employer applying to this channel. When employing a temporary foreign worker, you must also abide by the requirements and guidelines outlined in the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act and the Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulations. Employers that do comply with these standards will be subject to penalties under the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, which has systems in place to check and assure compliance. Now, moving on to processing fee. For each post you request via the Global Talent Stream, you must pay $1,000 to cover the cost of processing your application if your application is rejected, withdrawn at your request, cancelled, or receives a poor evaluation. The processing money will not be reimbursed. Refunds are only given if a charge was incorrectly collected. The temporary foreign employees are not responsible for paying the processing cost or recouping it from them. If we talk about the recruitment fees, the process of hiring temporary foreign employees may involve several fees and expenses, including but not restricted to 1. Cost of using a third-party representative. 2. Advertising fees. 3. Fees paid by a foreign national for assistance with finding or securing employment. 4. Fees paid by an employer for assistance or advice in the hiring of foreign nationals. As an employer, you must certify and guarantee that neither you nor anybody hiring on your behalf will collect or recoup any recruitment costs from the temporary foreign employees, either directly or indirectly. A negative LMIA judgment will ensue if this is not done. Coming on, third-party representatives. First, use of a third-party representative. You must fill out the third-party information sections of the application. If you decide to use a third-party representative's paid or unpaid services, you are not allowed to charge the temporary foreign worker for the services of a hired representative. Additionally, the third-party agent is not permitted to seek payment from the TFW for the processing fee or any recruiting-related expenses. They may get in touch with you directly to confirm the information given on the application form by the third-party representative, and to finish the labor market benefits plan, which will contain employer-specific obligations. There are methods to receive assistance if you have a problem with your third-party representative. Second, paid third-party representatives. When attempting to use the Temporary Foreign Worker Program to hire a temporary foreign worker, you have the option of asking a third-party representative to act on your behalf. To act on your behalf or to provide you with application advice, a paid representative must have your permission to receive a fee or any other kind of payment to be an approved third-party representative. 1. A member in good standing of a Canadian provincial or territorial law society or students at law under their supervision, or the Chambre des Notaries du Québec. 2. A paralegal in the province of Ontario's law society. 3. A member in good standing of the Immigration Consultants of Canada Regulatory Council. Last is unpaid third-party representatives. An unpaid representative can also help you, but they are not allowed to charge you or take any other form of payment in exchange for their services. Unpaid representatives may include family member, friend, not-for-profit group, religious organization. Now, who are recruiters? Any person conducting recruitment for an employer is referred to as a recruiter if they finds or attempts to find an individual for employment with the employer, or assists another person in finding or attempting to find an individual for employment with the employer, or refers to a foreign national to another person who finds or attempts to find an individual for employment with the employer. There are regulations for recruiters and recruiting operations in several provinces and regions. You are in charge of making sure you abide by their rules. You, as the employer, are also accountable for anybody who does recruitment on your behalf. If we talk about the new employers, a check will be conducted on employers who haven't hired a temporary foreign worker in the last 6 years before filing an LMIA application. The employer must show that they took reasonable steps to ensure a hostile-free workplace, and that they are not associated with any employers that are ineligible for the TFW program, or who are in arrears on any payments due in connection with administrative monetary penalties. A workplace that is free of abuse includes: A. Proactive efforts are made to prevent workplace abuse. B. Reactive measures are taken to stop the abuse. An employer that is under the control of another employer is considered an affiliate. C. 2 employers that are under common control, or D. employers that are not operated at arm's length. Finally, let us talk about Labor Market Benefits Plan. You must collaborate with Employment and Social Development Canada, ESDC, to create a labor market benefits plan that demonstrates your dedication to actions that will benefit the Canadian labor market long-term. By hiring highly skilled foreign labor, you may boost the Canadian economy by identifying and tracking your total job creation, skills development, and training investments. This is done with the use of a labor market benefits plan. Your labor market benefits plan's commitments will be broken down into required and supplemental benefits if you are looking to employ exceptional and specialized talent, category A, and have received a referral from one of the Global Talent Stream's recognized partners. You are required to make it a point to create jobs for Canadians and permanent residents as one of your mandated benefits. If you are a Canadian employer looking to fill vacancies in occupations on the Global Talent Occupations list, Category B, with highly trained foreign employees, you must pledge to increase investments in skills and training for Canadians and permanent residents as a required benefit. You must agree in your labor market benefits plan to achieve a minimum of 2 supplementary benefits with at least 1 activity for each benefit, in addition to the corresponding obligatory benefit for Category A, or B. The optional benefits that an employer specifies in their plan cannot be the same as the required benefit. Creating jobs, investing in training and skills, passing knowledge to Canadians and permanent residents, improving business performance, and applying best practices or regulations as an employer for your employees are just a few examples of additional advantages. You must commit to 1 action for the benefit of job creation, 1 activity for the benefit of investments in skills and training, as well as at least 2 complementing advantages if you are applying for positions in both Category A and Category B. Activities to support the mandatory and supplemental benefits described in a labor market benefits plan for an employer may include, but are not limited to: increasing the number of full-time and part-time positions held by Canadians and permanent residents by the firm; forming or strengthening educational alliances with nearby or regional post-secondary institutions, or with other businesses that encourage skills development, for example, providing post-secondary institutes with free licenses or other access to specialized software that will help to build student skills on key industry tools; giving Canadians and permanent residents paid co-op or internship opportunities at the company; creating, putting into practice, or taking part in initiatives that increase the representation of underrepresented groups in the workforce. For instance, hosting and attending events that support the professional development and hiring of underrepresented groups in the labor market, and women in high-skilled technical and leadership roles at the company. Direct training for Canadians or permanent residents, such as funding travel to and attendance at industry or industry sector conferences pertinent to the development of employees' specialized skill sets, and ensuring that highly skilled foreign workers directly supervise and mentor Canadian employees at the company to support knowledge transfer. Creating or upgrading best corporate practices or policies linked to attraction and retention of Canadian talent, for example, by sponsoring coding sprints and hackathons to acquire new personnel, growing revenue, employment, or investment within the company, and establishing or strengthening relationships with institutions that help identify elite domestic capital. During the Global Talent Stream application process, ESDC will collaborate with you to complete the Labor Market Benefits Plan. In the end, let us talk about a recent news on Canada immigration. On December 22, 2022, the Canadian government revised the list of professions that qualify for the Global Talent Stream, GTS of the Temporary Foreign Worker Program. As a result, the GTS will now feature 17 more vocations, some of which include administrators of computer and information systems, computer engineers, information technicians, and web designers. So, what are the changes? The Canadian government added 17 additional jobs to the list of those eligible for the GTS of the Temporary Foreign Worker Program on December 22, 2022. That is all we have for today, in this episode. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know, in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire episode. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.